Hit me. G'day guys, welcome back. GymPod number 3. Turn the aircon down there. We are in East Kilbride, just outside of Glasgow. Beautiful sunny day, as usual. But we are training today with Jordan Green, who's the owner and head coach at Gainline. Well, as well. But we'll jump in, do a little session, chat to him about how he got in the fitness industry, all the usual stuff, get the inside scoop, the inside tips. Let's do it. Just the tip. Come on, mate, get your f***ing mind out of that bloody gutter, you dirty bastard. I was going to say, we look like we're intro for a football team or something like that. Front row.
Right, well, like this. Champions League shit.
Front row, you the prop and I'm the hooker. We're here today with Jordan Green from Gainline. He's going to run us through his space, what he does here. Am I correct in saying CrossFit box? Or is that putting too much of a label on it?
I'd say technically no.
Yeah.
I think the CrossFit gods or police would come and.
Oh, actually, yeah, don't say
and
that.
get me into trouble for saying that.
Yeah.
What's the functional fitness?
Yes, functional fitness. Yeah. We'll go with that. But yeah, so we're just going to run through a little bit of a workout, chat about the industry, and. Last time I was here would have been probably about 18 months ago. I don't even think. I genuinely think that.
No, that was there.
Was that there?
That was there.
Something has
but
changed.
It was maybe just over a year.
Yeah.
Over a year.
There you go. Well, why don't you run us through this space and
Cool.
how it operates, and like, so it's class based.
Yeah.
And like how many classes you run a day, how many people are in these classes.
Yeah.
And how's the setup go, and kind of run us through it.
So the way it kind of works is it's two different things. So it's like a small group personal training,
Yep.
which I'll run, and then there's kind of classes.
Yeah.
So we run typically 2 classes a day, one in the morning, one at night. I'll do my personal training again in the morning or throughout the day.
Yeah.
And as we've kind of grown, the class side of the gym is kind of picked up. That's what most people have kind of joined us for, and I've actually toned down what I'm doing personal training wise. So it started as me just with my online clients and a few in-person clients, and then from there it's kind of built from there. So
Awesome from there,
you may run. It's not kind of typical what you see in CrossFit or that. It's more structured. So we have like lower days, upper days. Then we have specific days focused on whether you want to work on your gymnastics, Olympic lifting, and then we have 2 big team sweat sessions a week. So kind of just focusing on what they want.
Yeah.
Because when I started it, it was like, here's what I think I should do. And then when people actually come in and start paying you money and they're like, they're not showing up to things or they're whatever, so it's turned into what they want.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
I think it's probably a great approach, because I think most gyms that I've been involved with as well, same sort of thing. You always have to be asking for feedback, trying to iterate. It's kind of finding that fine line of like, you kind of know what they need, but you're also trying to give them what they want at the same time. Like you don't want to dictate to them, no, you have to do this, because I think people shy away from that.
Yeah, I actually learned that quite early, that with my clients, you give them what they need, and then with the members, you give them what they want.
Yeah.
So like,
Little nugget of gold there.
how long have we been doing this? Fucking 2 minutes.
Jesus
We've
Christ.
spun bars already. But you keep that in. But so like with you're going to have to tell them what they need to do, but I try to keep that same thought process with the members. Like, you need to be doing this, you need to be doing that, and then they don't want to.
Yeah.
So you'd rather keep people happy, keep them in the door, and then you can just disguise it in other ways.
Yeah.
So people are still getting better fundamentally, so you're still following the same processes and progressions, but you're just doing it in a slightly different way than how I would with somebody one-to-one or in a group. So that's how it's been working, and it works, from what I gather, well.
Yeah.
That's what they tell me.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You don't know what people say behind your back.
Yeah.
From what I found out, it seems to be working quite well with you. I did a podcast with my 2 pals, Danny and Evan, and we'd be chatting before it, and there'd be so much gold. I'd be like, everybody shut the fuck up and wait until the fucking cameras on, because you're losing too much gold. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
This is my sign. I don't know if you can see it. There's actually a funny story about this thing. So when I came in, so this used to be a gym. This was a gym ran by the guys at Base. So it was like a personal training studio, which I worked from. And then they had a sign up there, and it said like Base Fitness and CrossFit, and it was about the size of like that strength logo. Yeah. So I said to Ali, I was like, who did the sign? I'll just get them to do my one. Send me the details, and I want Gainline strength up there. And he was like, what size do you want it? And I thought, font size. And I went, same as the last one. He was like, all right. So I'm in that room, and then I come out, and he's like, I don't know if this is going to fit. And I was like, what do you mean? The rig wasn't there? No, the rig was up, sorry. He's like, I don't know if this is going to fit. And I'm like, of course, what are we talking about? Like, it's Hunter's room. I came out, and it was like, wow. But it's kind of turned out all right, actually. I know.
I think every gym needs that kind of spot for, like, you know, members like after like a Saturday session, they all want the photo, the selfie in front of it. It's like almost like a little marketing point. I actually, like, I noticed that was almost part of like F45's formula. So their whole thing about their photo wall was as part of a way for it to be shared, all of their workouts. They'll like put something in your gym that people are gonna
get a picture
just naturally take a picture in front of.
Yeah.
And I think, unintentionally, that's turned out to be
perfect. Which annoys me, but because there's scratches. And all
that. No, it adds to it.
Anyway, so we've got rigs, rope, some benches. In fact, it's a funny story. These were actually, half the kit was bought from the guys previous, because all of this wasn't here. There was just one squat rack down there and one squat rack through there. So I put this rig in. I bought some of it half the kit off Simon and Alex. They had hundreds of kit from other gyms and all the rest of it, and then some of the stuff I bought new. The funny thing about these wee bars in between though, because there's like a big space, the guys next door are steel fabricators. So I just went, can you whack me up? In fact, it's that one, because you can tell it's different.
Yeah.
But I was like, whack me up that steel thing, so they connected that up. So I've got good neighbours. And again, another one when James was, I've got hundreds of mad stories. I don't know if
it's good, it's good.
But like when we drilled this rig into this wall, there was only one brick between here and next door. So we drilled a big fucking hole. James, I can see daylight, and I'm like, fuck, and then you go next door and there's a big fucking hole. But it's a good job of sound. Telly that turns, that's where we show the workouts and stuff like that. Nice. Lots of different bars. I was dead into like powerlifting, like like the West Side barbell stuff, and they use like hundreds of different bars for that.
Yeah.
Don't show this. Don't show that corner. That's the mess. We don't want that corner.
Everyone needs a corner.
We need this reorganised. The dumbbells, my rules, the Gainline house rules.
There we go. Yeah, nice.
I don't know if you like these. Leave the place better than you found it. Work hard, consistently good, occasionally great. Blah blah blah. Don't be a cunt.
Yep.
We work really hard on this.
Should be number one, shouldn't it?
I know. But this is the one I'm working hardest on, to be fair. It's not about the size, it's about what you do with it, so I'm told.
Absolutely, I've had that feedback before.
Yeah, I'm always trying to like do what I can with the space that we've got. Like, I would love to have more kit and more things in, but there's only so much I can do.
So you do predominantly small group PT type stuff in here, and then classes in there, or does the class take over both spaces?
So it depends on the class. So for my strength class, my uppers and my lowers, we can squeeze everybody in there, no problem at all, because we'll have 2 or 3 people per rack, and then we've got a readjustable one that can come out. So you can usually get 12 in there, so we normally have classes of 12 when it's like strength. Or gymnastics maybe a wee bit less. And then on our engine days, that's when it takes over the whole gym. But I'll run my small groups in here, 1-on-1, 1-2, 1-3, something like that. There's another couple of PTs that work in here as well, and they'll kind of work in the space also.
Nice.
But yeah, it's what I'm probably more. There'll be gyms out there that've got better kit, more kit, bigger spaces, but it's the kind of the folk that come in that kind of make it. To be fair, that's the big thing. There's plenty of shit I still want to get rid of and replace, but. When I get more members, that'll fucking happen.
Sign up.
People are like that, where's your treadmill? And I'm like, do you know how much those fucking things are?
I know, Fucking. I think that is something that people, members don't understand is like how expensive this stuff actually is.
I know. I bought 2 rogue bars, and the rogue bars were half price, and you're still just a wee bit of change off of 500 quid.
Yeah.
And like, you get these
and
new
then
bars.
they're just fucking chucking them on the ground, and you're like, what are you doing?
Fucking you out. We'll do a wee bit of skill work, right? So we'll warm up, and then we'll do, once we've warmed up, and then we'll go through a wee bit of techers first. So we'll do your rope climb techniques. I actually did this in the gymnastics class last night. We were going through rope climb technique, and then we actually did muscle up technique, but I'll patch that because I can't do it.
My shoulders won't have that.
Our shoulders aren't up to that.
No.
So instead, we'll just walk on our hands. We either try some handstand walk stuff, or if we're not quite getting the handstand walks, maybe do the wall walks. So we'll warm both of them up, and then we'll do like a wee 12-minute EMOM.
Perfect.
Sounds good. The two. Or we'll maybe alternate it and do 1 minute rope climb, 1 minute wall walks, or handstand walks. So this guy's no stranger to a wee bit of It's a wee bit of fitness. Yeah, I'll do there. Easy days. And I know. And then, have you?
Just 2, yeah.
Could you do some handstand walks? Have you done them before?
I've done them before.
When was the last time?
At least 12 months.
Is it? So what I'm thinking is like what you
I'm
could do.
full of confidence.
Yeah, no, that's
I'm
what I'm
brash.
thinking is we could use the wall as like a bit of a walk in. So bearing in mind, right, so say if you were coming to the gymnastics class, we've skipped like 12 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm just like, we're fucking
I like it.
right in, rather than doing all the kind of the build up to it. But what to do is say about halfway between the wall and this line, say if you kick your hands up to where say that wee bit of chalk is, and then say if you try even just one step it towards the wall.
Yep.
So like, as you're going there, you would kick up, and then like one step, and then you're against the wall, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then that way, I'll get a good gauge of whether or not you've got it. Oh mate, you've got that. Do it again.
I'm pretty happy with that actually.
That's good. Do it again, but then maybe go from the line
back.
this time. Mate, he's a dog. He's got this shit.
Right, where's the fucking ramp? Where's the ramp?
Right, what we'll do is we'll turn around now and we'll go this way.
this
So we'll kick up from this line. And then what to do is even see if you can try and make it so the way that these mats are sized, they're 6 foot long ways and then 4 foot that way. So if you even can get from this line to that line, that's a 4 foot jaunt. So I would just say kick up the same way, take the same approach, just take your time with it.
Fucking
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
that's good. The only thing I'd change is see your hands are pointed that way.
Too far, yeah.
No, they're actually fine. Like width-wise, just turn your thumbs in the direction you want to go. What that does do, but it sends you a wee bit more that way.
Yeah.
So just be prepared for it. So just shuffle your hands, but point them in the direction you want to go and just shuffle them. Dog, look at that. Mate, look at that. Let's go.
Take it.
Yeah, fair play.
It's not bad, eh?
Mate, he's ready for
What's the fucking gym record?
He's ready for this.
Wall to wall. They did a half marathon in Palma and Mallorca in October.
Sick. Good location too.
Oh, it was nice. Yeah.
Aye.
And that was good. Enjoyed it. Enjoyed the training for it. But then I just was like, since then I reckon I've been for like fucking 5 runs.
Aye.
Like I just, sometimes you do it and you're like, right, you drop off. So I'm just ticking away at the moment, and then Ross Park and I from Fly, we're gonna do ATHEX in Madrid.
Nice.
It's March, so it just gives us something to train
I think
for.
when you have something in the calendar, it like forces you to train.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to look like a tit and like.
Yeah.
You have certain expectations for yourself, don't you?
Do you have a lot of your members signing up for things and training towards them? Like, what percentage of your members are actually doing that?
It's a good 50-50.
Yeah.
It's a good 50-50. It's funny actually because the perspective that people would get from this gym is that most people do that.
Yeah.
Like most people are doing fucking CrossFit competitions or high roxies or 10Ks, half marathons, whereas like it's probably like 40 or 50%.
Yeah.
Whereas the other 60 to 50%, whatever it may be, they just don't post about their training.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? You're not going to know.
Yeah.
It's just normal folk that come in, they want to look better, feel better, do better.
Yeah.
It's just because the people that post about their training in here just take their training super seriously. So it is the perspective that people can have sometimes, but that's something that I'm trying to ring home. And like when I did a bunch of testimonials last year, I think it was, I picked like 4 members who like, one of them has really went all in, to be fair, and he's really leaning all in on this style of training, and he's competing and doing all those things. But for the most part, the people I picked were just like the people who came in and they just want to train and feel good and just be with good people. That's ultimately what it is. So it's probably a good 50-50 split, I would say, between people who like compete, take it super seriously, and people who just want to train and improve. I'd say it's a good.
And do you feel like that's something that you focus on in terms of your perception? Because obviously that's something that I think a lot of gyms can sometimes struggle with, like the perception. You know, like people, I'm sure you've probably heard this before, where someone will be like, oh, I can't train there, I've got to be fit before I train there. And you're like, well, no.
Yeah.
But like it's a thing that happens often. Like, how do you approach that?
Not well. I'm always trying to improve it because like I felt like I was doing a good job of it, and then a year goes down the line and you'll meet somebody and like, I was going to join yours, but like I don't know if and you're like, fuck, I'm not doing a good job of this.
Yeah.
And that's something that, again, because the way I think about it and the way I view it isn't the way that other people do. So I guess it's just like trying to make more people aware, like, listen, this is a gym for, it's a gym for everybody who wants to work hard. I think that's the only caveat to this gym, is that it's not a pat in the back for like walking through the door, because if you walk through the door, drag your heels, have a shit attitude, don't try hard, don't try and progress, like you're gonna probably get snuffed out. Not snuffed out, I don't know what the right word is.
You just
for
won't
that,
fall into like
you won't fall into the mold.
the culture, like you won't fall into the mold of the place.
Exactly, like you won't really like, it won't feel like yours, because not everybody else isn't doing that. So I always say a thing where your skill, how good you are, is like probably the least important thing I care about when anybody walks in the gym. So I don't care how strong you are, how fit you are, how good you are, whatever that means. It's how hard you work, and for everybody that's relative. I'll have a 55-year-old dad that comes in here, and granted they can whack out handstand push-ups, it's actually very impressive, but he can't say do toes to bar or maybe run as fast as some other people, but he fucking works extremely hard. Whereas somebody that can run laps around somebody, but like they come in and they're maybe, I don't know, sandbagging other things, like you get found out. So I think that the only caveat to the only type of person I want in here is somebody who works hard. That's, I guess, what the kind of key ethos is. So skill levels are relevant.
No, that makes sense, because I just think it's something that I think if you spoke to any gym owner,
mate, you know it. Like you know it. The people,
thing,
like the worst type of person to coach is somebody who doesn't want to be there. Do you know what I mean? Like say you'll be coaching, or you'll be taking a class, or you'll be working with somebody one-on-one, and they're just bringing like shit energy.
Come on.
You're going to be like, there's only so much of that that you've got. If you've got that like 8 clients in a row, you're going to get pretty fucking fed up of it. Whereas I'm lucky, whereas in here, nobody's like that. Everybody brings it, and it motivates you, because when you're like, I've had a long day, it's cold in here, do you know what I mean? You'll start to bring your own excuses in, so I think it helps me. The members in here help me probably more than I help them.
Yeah, it's almost like a self-policing culture in a sense, where it's like, I'm working really hard, they're working really hard, we want everyone to be working really hard, and it sticks out when someone... It's
class when I hear other members say it, so I won't name them individually, I don't want to put them on blast, but like a couple of members have spoke about one individual member being like, here, he's a grafter, he's this, he's that. He's not the best at anything, but like you can just tell how hard he fucking works whenever he does any workout. He's like just pushing himself, and like other members notice it, and I think that's the coolest part.
I suppose then, and that boils down to community and culture at the end of the day, and I think
it's a pure buzzword. It's a pure like, our community is the best, and our community is this, but like, it's weird. It's it's like, without saying it to sound cheesy or cliche, it does feel like that, you know?
Yeah, I suppose that's can only be set up and led and cultivated by yourself, and it's like I know you're starting to get coaches and stuff involved, and it's like, how do you approach it? Like, because obviously you need to set the standards, set the culture and that sort of thing, and then you want to instill that in your team as well to set the same thing. How do you approach that?
I think I'm lucky. I am very lucky actually when it comes to especially the coaches that I've got in here, because every coach I've had, pretty much apart from Isla, my newest coach, I coached or was a member of here. So, I used to coach in the past, so one of them I still do, one of them I used to. So Demi I worked with years ago, like they were kind of from here, homegrown or whatever, I suppose is a way to put it. And I think that because they've been on the come up the whole entire time, I've not led anything, we've all done it together, if that makes sense. And I think because we all work together so well, like we'll call each other out on our bullshit, or we'll praise each other whenever somebody does anything good. In fact, I'm wearing one of Demi's t-shirts now, like I'll always be first to champion them, they'll always be first to champion, they're always the first. If I'm posting something, they're always the first person in there, like even if something as small as that. So like we all have each other's back, so I'm actually really, really lucky in that regard. I've not had to go out fishing for new coaches, and when I did, it was someone who was kind of still someone close-knit and who's been here. So when I put an advert out that I was looking for a new coach, Isla expressed an interest, and she's just slotted in like nicely. So I do feel lucky when I hear coaches being like, they're running through people, and they're just like, one in, one out, and they're trying to find that right fit, whereas I've just, there's no skill to that from my part. I've just sat back and just let it happen, to be honest.
Well, I suppose it's more of a reflection of probably yourself and the culture you build, as opposed to, obviously there's luck involved, but at the end of the day, it probably boils down to what you've been able to cultivate and the way you've carried yourself, because other people feel like, all right, I need to hold that standard, and then it goes from there. So
I hope so. I hope so. Because I do try and I think about that with my wee one, me and the client who was just in there, Don. We've got kids that are about the same age, and they're kind of getting wise to stuff now, and you know, what sports they want them to do or what things they want them to do, and it's like you can't really tell your kids what to do. Well, you can, but it's better when you show them. So when I'm running about here training, so is she, or she's just swinging on rings or doing whatever. Whereas if I went and go and lift up that kettlebell, they're like, nah, I'm going to go do something else. So I think that also happens with your members or with your coaches, like if you're doing it rather than telling them. Because if I was telling my members, you need to be doing this, you need to be doing that, and I wasn't doing it, you kind of, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right.
It's not authentic.
Whereas like you see all these guys we were just talking about off camera, like with the Ross Mackays and the kind of guys up there, right? They are living and breathing it. They're an example of the product, if that makes sense. Like they are it. So they live and breathe that, and they act that way and they behave that way because it is them, and then people follow. And I think that when you do that, it's not fake, it's authentic, and like it's also hard to replicate. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, that makes sense.
Because I get caught up in that early. It was like looking at what other people are doing, and you know, there's 2 gyms, there's 3 gyms in this street alone. And like if I was getting caught up on what they are doing, you would get lost in it.
Of course.
So like, you know, people open up, it fucking doesn't matter. Like somebody can open up next door. Like that's going to be that individual. They're going to have their people, their tribe. I've got mine in here, and I guess it's worked so far. Sandbag cleans. Don't get the handwriting in, man. I'm not joking. Cals, 3. The next one, it was toes to bar, I think. Toes to bar, 4 was double unders. And there was a rest minute, but we won't rest. We'll just go through that.
Fuck, I haven't done double unders for a long time.
And
red marks.
again, a lot of these half these movements are new for me too. So we're breaking them in. We're breaking them back in.
I like it. Breaking ground. So one thing I think that you do really well, Jordan, is your personal brand online, as well as just the way that you portray the gym well online. Like I think, obviously, there's a certain aesthetic to the place. There's a certain vibe to the place that you get. Like, is that something that you curated from the start, or is it something you're just like, you need to differentiate yourself somehow, you know?
Yeah, I think with that, I'm
still listening. I'm just grabbing this sandbag.
Yeah, grab the sandbag. With that, I think that's like my weakest thing.
Really?
I don't really feel. I feel like it's constantly a work in progress. I never feel like I'm doing the right thing with that. And again, it's probably something we were talking about earlier about like gyms and competition. I'll say look at people and how they run their brands, and I'm like, oh, they're doing this. I'm not doing that. And I'll fall into it. So to answer your question, I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to brand, when it comes to thingy. Like I know what I'm good at. Like I'm good at coaching people. I'm good at this. I love this. This is what I like. And the branding side, I think that's probably the downfall, because when you see people that have opened gyms and maybe doing like teams, or there's 2 of them, because it's just been me. So there's certain things I'm not really good at, and brand isn't it. So the fact that you are liking it shows that it's not as bad as I maybe think.
No, I genuinely do think
it's definitely been a struggle, but like because I just try and be myself. Do you know what I mean? I just try and like, if something bothers me that I see it online, I'll like talk about it, and I'll be like, this guy's a f***ing idiot, and I'll say it. And then my pals will be like, oh, you've got a gym, you shouldn't be saying that. You should be trying to be a bit more like professional, whatever. And I'm like, but when people come in here and they see me shouting and swearing and doing whatever, like that's not. Do you know what I mean? So I guess when it comes to personal brand, is like who I am as a person, and then like what I'm trying to sell or provide as a service, and just combining the two. So I love fitness and I love chatting shit. So
that's perfect. I think I genuinely think you're doing a really good job. Like online, you see it, and I think.
I did get banned though.
Oh, you got banned?
Yeah.
What, from Instagram?
Yeah, on Instagram.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Mind that you found, I couldn't find you. It's like, I blocked you or something.
I'd message. I was like, I swear, I didn't unfollow it, and then I found the new one.
I don't know, like, I don't know. I was chatting a lot of shit, and then I don't know if it's because of that, but like when you try and inquire through Instagram, you're just
you get nothing.
So thankfully, I've still got the gym page has been unaffected. I had like an email list.
Yeah.
It's funny, your Instagram goes, you're like, my business is gone, but like I've had more members since, so it just shows like it's not real life. But I guess I was thankful that I've had other things.
Yeah.
Like,
Actually, that was a good thing. And one thing I noticed was you building that email list, because obviously, like, obviously you. I'm not sure if you still do it, but you previously would post like, want some free workouts, just sign up for
I do that every week.
Yeah.
So every week for the past, I don't know, 2-3 years, I've just posted free workouts. I used to do them daily, then I couldn't be arsed. So I just did it like 7 of them or 6 of them on a Sunday, send them out. And it's the gym programming. It's the programming we'll do in here. They'll sometimes use some extra stuff. I'll sometimes throw, when I feel something is compelling to tell, I'll share it, but for the most part, I just give out the free workouts. So when people don't join or whatever, I'm like, hey, sign up to the email list and go do it up JD if you want. Like it's totally up to you. At least I know you're following something good.
Yeah, and I think that's probably like in the long game as well. It's only going to help. Like I'm sure you've probably had people that have been on that list that have ended up either training here or
big time
on training online, whatever it is.
Aye.
And it's just giving like. You read any business book, it's like give them that little free nugget and all that kind of stuff. But it really does work. Like if you just commit to actually being like, right, this is what I'm going to do for the next however many years, and just stay consistent.
Yeah, that is it. It's like the fact that it's become part of my routine now. So it's not like a pure I need to do this. But I remember listening early on to a lot of James Smith stuff, and like he was talking about email list. It's like, what if your Instagram gets taken away tomorrow? And I was like, well, that
won't happen to me.
And I'm like, I'm on a phone to Instagram. Fucking help me out. I've been lucky in that regard that like, if I push that, you've got people on there, you've got loyal readers on there that are like itching for it. Like when I was late on a Sunday and I posted it on Monday morning, I got like 3 responses back being like, I was in the gym on Monday without a fucking workout. I'm like, shit, sorry man.
Sorry,
like, mate. Maybe if you paid for it, you fucking get it on time.
He would get on time, mate. Cheeky bastard.
Exactly. First time I've been taller than you here. I like it.
Sweet, that was a great workout, mate. Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
It was a bit different to the previous ones we've done with a bit of gymnastic, with a bit of skill in there. It was quite fun to
Mate, you hold your own.
rediscover a few
He's a bit of a dog, by the way. He's like, I've not done this in ages, and then starts fucking doing pirouettes.
Yeah, I know. Just don't ask me to like lift anything heavy or anything. That's something you can't just like, let me whip out a 200 kilo back squat.
I know.
No.
But it's something we do, like we were kind of talking about just there. Like, I feel like there was a kind of like a gap in the market from what I wanted from a gym was that I wanted to learn that stuff.
Yeah.
And I mean, like I've worked in CrossFit gyms in the past, and like that's what kind of formed me as a coach, and that's where I gained a lot of my skills as a coach. But there was a problem I felt with the way that a lot of those things were programmed, because you would do your cleans, you would warm them up, and then you would spend 10 minutes on it. It's like, right, we're going to do a big workout now. Or like rope climbs, right, there's rope climbs in the workout. If you can't do them, right, we've not got time to do them, so we'll quickly, and you're like, fuck, so you'd have to work on it before or after. And for the average Joe, they might not have the time to be able to do that.
But they still want to learn.
But they still want to learn, so they're maybe going online or they're trying to figure it out. So I was like, why don't I just have classes dedicated to that? So that's why I have a gymnastics class, that's why I have an Olympic lifting class. And those are like some of the most popular ones that we do, apart from the big sweats, like everybody loves them. But I felt like there was a gap to be had where, I remember back in the day before I opened the gym, I did like a kind of, like a seminar thing for it. And like everyone was like, I want in. Because I would post my training of me doing muscle ups or handstand walking or whatever, and people were like, I want to fucking do that. And I'm like, cool, I'll show you. Like, so, and then from there it just kind of developed. So giving people an opportunity to learn cool things, I think is cool. Like if you're someone, it becomes a bit of a party trick. Someone can just kick up and do handstand walks, you know what I mean? Thankfully, there was nobody handstand walking at Brew 74 on the Christmas night out. Thankfully, but when I did the Christmas night out last year, there's people in here fucking trying to handstand walk after a few beers, and you're like,
you rub carpet burns on the face.
But it's cool. It's cool to see, and it's cool to get people. Like I've had members come in that would have thought like they'll never be doing this stuff. They'll never be doing muscle ups, and when they first crack their pull ups, and they're like, right, okay, what's next? And you're like, right, okay, do them this way, and it kind of builds them up. So that's something I just love seeing. And
I guess it's that skill development and that progress. Like there is like, right, like we did with the handstands. It's like, right, let's try this against the wall. Are you comfortable kicking onto your hands? And then you're exactly right. It's just that little carrot in front of someone going like, someone else in the class can do handstand push-ups. I wouldn't mind trying to do handstand push-ups.
Or is it a friendly competition? If they can do them, I can do them.
Yeah. With the approach that you guys take to fitness, like it is a holistic approach, and I imagine that there's incredible longevity for people and stuff like that train this particular way. What do you see in the training format? Like, because essentially what Gainline is traditional strength and conditioning with gymnastic skill elements involved. Like, as we know, there's a lot of different things popping up in fitness at the moment, and like there's also, you can skin a cat a million different ways, but at the end of the day, you still got to get the skin off the cat. That's clip that one up. But you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, you've still got to make sure you've got your foundations right, no matter what you do. I think that's lost sometimes. Like, how do you approach it? Like, I think you do a good job in here, but how do you approach it?
I think, well, I'm under no disillusion that a lot of the roots and a lot of the things that Gainline comes from and stands from is from CrossFit. I'm just not affiliated with CrossFit because I want to be my own entity, but I'm not going to sit here and reinvent the wheel or pretend that I have. I just feel like the way that I do it is the way that I would like to train, and the way that I do it, or the way that me and the team do it, because, Demi will do a lot of the programming and stuff like that. The coaches will have a lot of weigh in when it comes to the programming because, James loves the Olympic weightlifting thing. He's went full in on that. He has a lot of input with that. I just train the way that I would have wanted. I've essentially created a gym that I wanted to have 5-10 years ago. That's what I've wanted to create, and it's just through the methods of training that I like. And I've always been fascinated. Before I was into CrossFit, I fought it for so long. I was like, I'm not doing CrossFit. That's I'm not doing that. You can beat that. You can beat that word out. I'll keep it in. It's fine. I was like, I'm not doing that. Everybody says it. And then as you watch more things, more documentaries, like, these guys are fucking cool, man. They're snatching these crazy weights. They're running. They're swimming. They're biking. And for me, the reason why I love it and the reason why I prescribe it to everybody is that if you're a member of this gym and you come to the classes and you regularly train here, you will be ready to do any of those things that pop up. So like if you want to go run a 10K, you'll be adapted for that because of the work that we do in here. We run, we jump, we cycle, we do everything. If you want to go and do a high rocks, you can go do that. If you want to go do an athletics, you can go do that. If you want to compete in CrossFit, you can go do that. So I think that we're not limited or bound by one thing. We can do all things. It's the jack of all trades, master of none. But I think the full saying is like, it's better than being a master of one. I think that's how the full thing goes, or so I've been told. So like, I love that at any opportunity I can train and hang for the most part with some of these guys. Never going to be the best, but I'm well-rounded enough to, like, I've got a hopeful Commonwealth Games Olympic weightlifter in here, and I can't lift the fucking weights he's doing, but I can do a snatch and clean and jerk session with him, like, no problem. I've been up at Elation and I've trained with Matt. I've not trained with Graham. I've competed against Graham, kicked my ass, but I've trained with Matt up at Elation. And again, I'm not going to be beating him, but I can like hang with his workouts. You know what I mean? I've trained with Chris McSherry, again, the High Rocks guy. I can hang with them, and that's down to the type of training that we do. So I think that, like, for someone who isn't bound by like, because at the end of the day, see, if you want to get really good at High Rocks, go to a High Rocks gym. Like, get a High Rocks coach, go to that guy. You train in this facility, it's got everything that you need, but like, if you want to be that guy, go to that guy. Whereas here, like, I've just essentially, like I said, tried to build a gym that I would have wanted 5-10 years ago, and just kind of make it my playground. Did you ever watch the show Rob Dyrdek's Fantasy Factory? I've been obsessed, like, because I used to skateboard when I was younger, right? And I was obsessed with it. And all I ever wanted when I grew up was like a warehouse to just do shit in. And I didn't know it would be a gym, but that's essentially what it's turned out to be. So anyone can come along for the ride, you know what I mean? Like, that's literally my mindset. Like, if it was big enough, I'd fucking park a fucking fast car in here, do you know what I mean? I'd have a skate ramp, but... Mate, that's the shit I grew up with. Like, we all probably grew up with that. So like, that's what I just tried to create. And then it's funny, like, you think that you grow up in your own wee world and like only you experience these things, but you see these like reels that come out now, and it's like, you know how like the ones that's like what it feels like to be a man. It's like the Linkin Park song. And it's like fucking lightsabers and all that. I wanna heal, I wanna feel what I thought was never real. I wanna let go of. And you're like, this is my childhood, and you look at it, it's got millions of likes. You're like, fuck, this was everyone's childhood.
Yeah.
I've just tried to create something that I would have wanted, and then hopefully brings some people along with it. Do you know what I mean?
No, 100%. 100%.
It.
So on that note, what's final thing? What's something you want people to know about Gainline that they might not already know?
I'll echo on the thing I said earlier, is that Gainline is for everyone who wants to work hard. It's not for elite people, it's not for people who compete, it's not for people who can only lift or do a certain amount of whatever. It doesn't I just want to reiterate that it's your skill level or your ability is irrelevant. How hard you work is what is held to the highest sort of standard here. So I think that's something I want to put out there that again some people know but not enough people know, is that Gainline's for everyone who wants to work hard. That's kind of basic. If you don't want to work hard, you go to off the pure gym.
And on that note, we'll end it there. Perfect. Awesome. Thank you, mate.
West side when we ride, come equipped with game. You claim to be a player, but I